Welcome back to another edition of Fly Tying for Beginners. Today we're going to tie a Blae and Black. This is a wet fly, and the hook I have in the vise is a standard wet fly nymph hook. This is a size 14. I'm going to use black thread, and I have 16-aught Vivus here. You can go up to even 6-aught. I'm going to put a base of thread down to the rear of the hook. This is a nice wet fly. This would be good in the US early in the springtime, as it is pretty close to a black gnat, especially on stocked fish. I'm going to bring that thread back to where it would hang at the barb of the hook. For our tail, we're going to use golden pheasant tippet, and we only want that to be just about the length of the hook shank. So I'm going to tie it in just in back of the second dark spot. I'll hold that a little bit towards my side, and it will land right on top. Go ahead and give that a wrap underneath. I'm going to trim that off. I'm going to leave a little bit so when I come forward I could keep a level body. Our rib is going to be oval silver tinsel, and I'm going to leave that tag the length of the body. Tie that in, bring that back to the tail, and then bring that forward. And we should be about 1.5 to 2 eye lengths from the eye of the hook. For our body, we're going to use a black floss. Just like with the black pinnell, I'm going to wet the floss, I'm going to leave a little bigger of a tag, and we're going to secure that there. That little larger of a tag will give us something to grab and trim off. We're going to take that black floss, we're going to wrap it back and then forward. Another way for wrapping floss is if you put it in a bobbin, put the whole spool in a bobbin, and we're going to bring that back to the tail, and then we're going to move that forward once again. It'll lay in there nice and flat. And wetting it a little bit helps to keep it from separating. You can see it was separating there just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and tie that down, and we'll remove that excess. Now we're going to take our tinsel, and we're going to palmer this forward. We want to make that pretty tight. With this oval tinsel, it doesn't have a tendency to slip. So we're not going to use a little bit, we're not going to put that little bit of super glue on there as we did with the black pinnell. I'm going to go ahead and secure that. And we'll remove that excess. Now I'm going to take a black dry fly hackle. Going to give that a little bit of the crew cut. And you can see, giving it that little bit of crew cut gives the thread a little bit of something to hold on to. Makes it a little harder for it to slip out on you. I'll go ahead and wrap that in. And we're going to give that 3 or 4 wraps. Three looks good for this. Remove our hackle pliers and we're going to secure that. Going to fold it back. Try to get everything in your fingers. Put some wraps in back of it or in front of it. And we're going to remove the excess. Now what we want to do is pull it to the rear and push the hackle towards the bottom. And we're going to wrap back on that about 2 to 3 thread widths. With this 16/0, it might be a little bit more. I'm going to pull, there we go. Got a couple of them sticking up the top there. I'm just going to go ahead and trim those off. Now we're going to take a couple of Mallard quill, one from the right, one from the left, and we're going to take 2 slips, and to get the proper size we can touch the body and poke the point through, and that will give us the proper size wing. We'll go ahead and cut that off, and I'm going to do the same with the other. We're going to take the paired set of quills and we're going to tie them in on top. Want them to go just into the tail. Going to hold them there. I'm going to give a loose loop, come straight down. And you can see that popping up. Another loose loop, straight down. I'm holding it while I secure it. Then I'm going to remove the excess. Going to wrap the head. And I'm coming back on that wing there. Going to go ahead and give it a whip finish. Trim off the excess thread. Going to go ahead and put some head cement on there. I'm going to put just a little bit at the base of the wing on both sides, kind of help it stay together there a bit. And here we have it, Blae in black. Hope you learned something from this video. Hope you would subscribe to my channel. Please refer me to your friends, leave comments, questions, suggestions, and most of all, thank you very much for watching my videos.